What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Grand Shogun, and hey, we have some more Daredevil news. So let's get into this. Let's get into this article out of Variety. Let's check this out. As you guys remember, I want to say a couple of months ago, maybe it might have been before the end of last year. I did a video reporting that Daredevil was completely retooling. They shot half of the season already, and they completely tossed it in the garbage.
Get that stuff out of here. I told you this is a hen party. Don't try to sneak apple juice to my hen party.
And what do you know? They are completely revamping and resetting what they're going to do. Now, this article out of Variety says Charlie Cox suits up as Daredevil and reunites with Netflix co-star Deborah Ann Wall and Eldon Henson in new Born Again set photos. I don't know if you guys know or not, but Foggy Wilson and Claire, I want to say her name's Claire.
Nope.
In the show. Can't remember. It's been years. Sorry. But as you guys would probably know, these two, when they were bringing the series over, they were killed. They were supposed to be killed off screen. So they just were never going to be in the show. They wanted to bring Daredevil. They wanted to bring the sort of they wanted to bring the show without any of the writers, without the support characters. Clearly, they wanted to bring Daredevil and they wanted to bring Kingpin over into the MCU because people liked it. People loved Daredevil, but these two, they were going to be killed off in the Born Again series when it was originally started. Now, Disney, and it's completely going to retool that. those 8 or 9 episodes that they shot, complete garbage. They threw them in the trash, and they're doing it all over again. Mulligan, everybody. So, Netflix original Daredevil trio has reunited on the streets of New York City, where the upcoming Disney Plus series Daredevil Born Again is now filming. Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock's, Deborah Ann Wool, Karen Page. What did I say? What did I say her name was? Doesn't matter. And Eldon Henson, Franklin Foggy Nelson. Did I say Wilson? Maybe. It's been years, guys. It's really been years. We're shooting scenes together for the new show alongside Wilson Bethel. That's the guy that played Bullseye, I want to say. Who is also reprising the role of Benjamin Poindexter. Bullseye from the Netflix series. The Born Again series formerly brings all these characters into the Disney-owned Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, they're retroactively making everything canon, which it was kind of loose canon already. But it is what it is. Cox's return in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has already taken place in Disney Plus shows such as She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and Echo. He'll finally be joined by his Netflix cast members Wall and Henson in Born Again. Wall cast doubt on her return to the franchise in November 2022 when she said on the Inside of You podcast that she was never contacted about returning as Karen Page for Born Again. Yeah, the characters were going to be killed off in the show. Off screen too. It was which is egregious. It's terrible. So They're trying to save Daredevil because the path it was headed on, the show was going to be terrible. Was going to be utterly terrible, and they were going to have another flop on their hands because Disney has had a string of flops. It's been very bad for Disney. it's been very, very bad for Disney.
But wait, there's more.
And another article coming out of Collider. And guys, as always, these articles will be in the description below. I want you to actually go check them out, read them on your own time. I don't want to take any light from the articles I'm using. But Collider reports the Punisher goes in for the kill in new Daredevil Born Again set images. They're trying to bring everybody back. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jon Bernthal, he actually went out and said that he didn't want to be a part of the show in its last iteration, I guess. So let's read out. Frank Castle, played by Jon Bernthal, is making a return in the Disney Plus sequel series Daredevil Born Again. Fans are eager to see the Punisher's iconic white skull symbol in new set photos. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. While it's exciting to have Charlie Cox back as Matt Murdock for Daredevil Born Again, a certain subset of fans are even more excited for the return of certain supporting characters. Supporting character Frank Castle, played by origin star Jon Bernthal. And now fans have their first look at the Punisher's return in new photos from the set of Disney Plus sequel series. Yes, as we just read, in the images, fans can just about see someone brandishing the Punisher's iconic white skull symbol. Whether it's Bernthal or a stunt double is unclear, given the quality of the photo. The photos don't give any hints as to what Frank Castle is doing back on the streets of New York, unlike the images released recently of Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Wolfe returning as Foggy Nelson and Karen Page, though it's undoubtedly something to do with Matt Murdock, considering the Vigilantes' ongoing rivalry. And before I go on, Jon Bernthal was actually really good as Punisher. The way they wrote Punisher was kind of, it was a little iffy. It was a little iffy, but I think it kind of worked for the Netflix series. But Jon Bernthal was really good as Punisher. Blah, blah, blah. Not much else is known about the plot of Born Again, aside from the fact that Vincent D'Onofrio will also reprise his role as Wilson Fisk. Yes, of course. A part he was last seen playing in Echo, along Alaqua Cox. Charlie Cox also briefly appeared as Matt Murdock, facing off against the deaf heroine. Though presumably the indigenous-led Disney Plus series will have no connection to Born Again. I don't see how that can be because it's in the same canon, right? No, it would have to be. Given the end of the series, and Maya's chose to remain at home. Oh, I guess they're saying she won't be in the show. I mean, that's fine. Okay, here's the set photos. You've got Punisher on the left and what looks to be White Tiger on the right. Because I did hear that they were putting White Tiger in it. Well, it's kind of apparent they're putting White Tiger in it. Okay. Like I said, you guys can read this. The description will be, no, the link will be in the description. So make sure you check this out. So, Punisher, set photos, coming back to Daredevil Born Again. We've also got White Tiger. Oh, and that actually, I have one more thing, because that actually makes sense that this is White Tiger. Because I didn't even want to report on this, but it kind of makes sense now. So yeah, I didn't even want to report on this, but a day before that Variety article saying Foggy and Karen were back in Daredevil, we've got this article out of Deadline. Daredevil Born Again adds Janaea Walton. I hope I said that right. Sorry, baby, if I like messed up your name. Janaea Walton to cast of Marvel Plus series. So, Janaea Walton, you guys can see her right here. If I can get rid of, they have another picture. No, they don't. But basically, it goes on to say Janaea Walton, Candy Cane Lane has been cast in the upcoming Marvel Disney Plus series, Daredevil Born Again. They didn't reveal what character she's going to play. Just that she was some type of journalist connected to a character from the original series, right? So, I'm willing to bet that she's going to be White Tiger. She's clearly not this White Tiger that we saw in the picture before. She's not that White Tiger. That White Tiger is going to, I'm thinking it's going to be killed. And, you know, the White Tiger's mantle, that is something that does get passed down in the comics. And the most, I don't want to say the most prominent, but they would definitely make White Tiger a female. I don't think that's out of bounds to say or anything like that. So I want to say that maybe her father or relative, and she's going to take up the mantle of White Tiger. As long as you have the amulet, then you can get the power. So that's a little nugget for you guys. Just a little theory I'm throwing out there. It's very possible, and if it comes to pass, you guys can come back here and say, "Hey, Shogun Damas, look at you. You called it."
You sounded like some kind of psychic or something just now.
I mean, if you guys want to read this one too, I'll leave this one in the description too. So I'm not taking anything that I don't, cite sources. But thank you guys again. I appreciate all of you for watching the video. Peace, and I am out.
It could be over in a split second. If I ain't got a minute, at least give me 6 seconds. I'm from the Midwest where niggas keep the Smith Wesson. They street fight like Mortal Kombat, but this Tekken. Niggas get hit up in they head and they midsection. I'm Danny Glover cause I'm lethal with